Steven, this fintech app, they've got 7 days remaining. This is a convertible round, which is basically converts into shares at a later time. They're looking to raise 600k. They've raised 709,000 euros with 7 days remaining. They've got over 165,000 users, mainly from organic growth with an increasing rate. This is good. Let's have a quick look at their video and give my opinions along the way. I've got experience working in fintech for many years, so that's both working, investing, and using.
So what is Steven, you might ask? Steven is a solution for shared expenses.
There are other apps like this. It's not unique, but it does look quite cool, and looks like they've got the marketing down as well. Let's look.
Splitting costs fairly between all parties. It can help with everything from a big night out, keeping track of household expenses, to a weekend trip with your friends, as well as making sure everyone has control over their finances. Now maybe even...
And they've linked it with cards, it looks like, and they've got the partner MasterCard, which is one of the largest, them and Visa globally. So that's good.
Simpler with the Steven card.
Everyone has a card, and then I guess you can split the expenses easier.
Which is seamlessly integrated with the app.
And it's integrated with an app. They've got it in Croatian krona here, but I imagine it works in different countries.
In comparison to other financial players and neobanks, we go for free. How do we do that? Well, Virality is built into group sharing of expenses.
It's like refer a friend. That is a great way to grow organically.
1 year ago, we passed 100,000 users.
That's good.
And at the time of me making the voiceover for this strange video, we're already at 165,000.
That's good.
So far, growing faster in 2022 than 2021. The fact is that our personal finances are getting more and more intertwined with other people, meaning that to monitor your personal balance, you need to keep track of shared expenses.
Well, that sounds very good for the video. Be interesting to see if it's backed by anything. I think people probably had shared expenses in the 1920s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s, 90s, 20s, every decade since. But
the traditional
sounds
banks
good.
And fintechs haven't quite grasped that concept yet.
I agree that other fintechs don't seem to do sharing of costs. Can't think of many others. There is one that we did use, me and some friends, when we went abroad. But it wasn't integrated into bank accounts. It was just kind of almost like a glorified spreadsheet that was shared. I can't remember the name of the app, but anyway.
And are still focusing on your account only.
Let's have a look at this. Yeah, this is just
and
generic.
That's where we come in. So what is happening now? We're raising this money to fuel.
Right, so just to summarize, I think everyone downloads it, everyone gets a card, and then all the costs can be shared in the app, I guess. It's just the pitch video. I'm going to request access to the pitch deck and do that analysis later. Let's hear how they're going to spend these funds.
Growth and expand into new markets. Meaning...
So they want to expand into new markets. That looks like London, so the UK in the middle, Paris, which I guess is France. That looks like somewhere in Asia. I'm not quite sure where. If you know these countries by these little symbols and by these little images, then let us know in the comment section below.
You now have the chance to sit at the same table as Sebastian Siemiatowski from Klarna, former Swedish Finance Minister Anders Borg, NFT Ventures, and many more. With expense sharing, connected accounts, and now our own card, we're becoming the platform where users can be in full control of their finances instantly.
Okay, interesting. Whoopsies. So 7 days remaining. They're growing quickly. They said that it's possible to connect with 15,000 banks. I don't know how many banks they're connected with at the moment. Let's look at the team. 20 years of experience in tech management. Most recently before as chief architect at a public company called Kambi. Haven't heard of that. Maybe it's a Swedish company. Looks like it possibly. Before that, a team lead at Klarna, which is obviously very large. Joined Steven in 2020 as CTO. And has now been promoted to CEO. Co-founder, I don't know if that's Jens or Jens. Was previously at Klarna, so they're both at Klarna. Head of expansion, he led Klarna's expansion to the UK, Netherlands, and Australia. Previous CMO at Bambora. Is that supposed to be Bombora or Bambora? I know Bombora is an ABM marketing tool. haven't heard of Bambor, actually. I don't know if it's different. Anyway, Frederick Olofsson, serial entrepreneur and angel investor. I've actually heard of him. I'm not quite sure from where. Anyway, co-founder and CEO at NFT Ventures, Frederick Lundberg. Also heard of him as well. Maybe it's a similar name from somebody else. Not sure. Anyway, and they've got Swedish Finance Minister Anders Borg. Apologies if I'm pronouncing these names incorrectly. So they've got a strong team. And they've got the note on the key terms. I'm going to request access here. This is how you do it on CrowdCube. It's my personal email there. Please don't email me there. If you want to email me, you can email me on progresseseverything@gmail.com. But anyway, let's look at their convertible note information. Key terms. Maximum amount of the offer is 2 mil. They're denominated in, I guess that's Swedish krona, at 197.20. This is not my kind of expertise, actually, going through these, but I think they are quite interesting to learn about. The maturity date is 2023. If no conversion event occurs or the loan notes are not redeemed before this date, the convertible bonds will automatically convert into shares. That's basically what this means. Sometimes the bonds have like the equivalent of a dividend where they pay a percentage. Convertible loan element will convert on the occurrence of the following: convert fully paid shares of a financing transaction or corporate transaction. If the company issues new shares of at least 5 million Swedish krona, if there's an offer to purchase all the shares in the company of at least 2/3 of the shareholders intend to accept the offer, that's 66%. Or if a financing transaction or corporate transaction has not occurred by the maturity date. Okay. In the event of a financial transaction, if the price per share is equal to or higher to 246 at a 20% discount to the price per share in the corporate transaction, subject to a valuation cap of 260, valuing the company of approximate 15 mil. I think there are 12 mil at the moment, maybe. Let's have a look. It doesn't actually say what the valuation is at the moment. It's a bit confusing. Or if the price is lower than 246 at conversion price of 197. It's a little bit confusing. You might want to ask, and there may have been investors' questions asking directly to the company about what the current valuation is, because a share price of 260 equivalent to 15 million. We don't know what it is at the moment. It doesn't say, but it will happen whenever there's something else happening, i.e. another financing transaction, a corporate transaction, or once the valuation has increased. Let's go back. Hope you didn't find that too boring, but anyway, hope you're still with me. We've got a good team. They've got some questions here. I'm going to stop sharing my screen and talk about my opinion here. I think it sounds like a very good concept. They've got a very good team, and it sounds like they've got good backers as well. They've raised all the money, it looks like, that they need so far. Let's say how many people have invested. 443 followers. The largest investment was 432,000 out of this 710. And it's been 357 investors. It's pretty good. It's really hard to know how much it's valued at. I don't think it says. I'm sure there'll be a comment somewhere about it. I think it's a good concept. It looks like they started to integrate banks. Having MasterCard is very good. Having an app is very good. They're growing organically, which is very good. It's kind of using a refer a friends model, which I think is one of the best models to use. I've worked in marketing for over 10 years. Currently work for Meta, for WhatsApp. That's my core day job. If you enjoy these videos and you want to learn more about startups and investing in startups, I've got a playlist which is called Investing in Startups. And of course, if you want to be notified about my next upcoming video or an update or some new information about one of the investments you follow or next upcoming exciting investment, then make sure to like and subscribe and hit the bell notification icon, and you'll get notified about my next upcoming video. I love investing in startups. I invest a modest amount in many startups, and that allows me to follow trends and reinvest in follow-ups. Otherwise, I sometimes do some plunging, and I plunge a bit more money into investments and startups, which I have high conviction about. I haven't decided whether I'm going to invest in this company just yet. I'm going to read the pitch deck and see what I think when I have access to it. Hope you enjoy these videos. If you do, like, subscribe. If you have any comments, questions, opinions, feedback, if you're from the company, let me know what you think. If you're an investor, let me know what you think. If you're on the fence and you're not sure what to think, but you've got some opinions, then share in the comment section below. I'd love to hear from all of my watchers, my audience. Love it. Knowledge is power, especially that kind of knowledge, and progress is everything. I'll see you guys in the next upcoming video. Take care.